Okay, well, live and hello and welcome to the post-match show. And obviously, for the first time, Rajasthan Royals have been defeated in this ongoing IPL 2026. And I think no one, I think that much expected rather than maybe Shorjani and Shomikda that SRH will be the first team to do that. And they did so. And what a day for two uncapped players, uncapped Indian pacers, the way they announced their arrival in the IPL and 4 wickets all for each of the bowlers, how good they were again. So I have been joined by both Shamikta and Shorjani. Mohar obviously will join. Yes, Mohar has already joined. Ashok sir will also join in few time. But Shamikta, I will start with you. Two fantastic debut we witnessed. Two fantastic young boys, young Indian boys, dismantling the inform RR batting unit. 4 wickets is how did you enjoy those spells?
See, Snehashish Praful Hinge, he's sort of an unknown quantity. I mean, I didn't follow Vidarbha team that much
Hmm.
in the Ranji Trophy, and this was only second T20 game, IPL debut,
Yeah.
and only second T20 game. And what he
Hmm.
did, sort of history, 3 wickets in an over. Uh,
Yeah.
that this has happened for the first time in the history
First
of the
time.
IPL.
Yes.
This
Yes.
has happened in the, history of the IPL. More than the wickets, going beyond the wickets he has taken, and he looked pretty slippery. That was the most impressive part. He was hitting an uncanny length. He was hitting a nagging length. Sorry, he was hitting a nagging length. He was making the ball to rear, and the wicket keepers are taking the ball here rather than below waist. So from that point of view, he is a slippery customer. And first day, first show, very impressive, very impressive. What I've come to know that this boy, I mean, made his debut for Vidarbha in 2024. He has played last season. He was a regular for Vidarbha in first class cricket, and I am told he's a he's even a better bowler in red ball cricket. He has the ability to bowl long spells. So that is, and the other guy is from Bihar. I don't
Happy.
know much about it. I don't know much about him, but it's fantastic. Two young kids, and this is the beauty of the IPL. It is,
Yeah.
see, IPL is not about Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, or the big stars, or the Shubman Gill, or the big stars of Jasprit Bumrah. We know they are there. IPL about is about unearthing these talents. Maybe who knows if just this is just the beginning. Long way to go for Praful Hinge. But eventually, if he is on track, if he is on track, then what I am told that his biggest support as far as his cricket is concerned is his eldest sister. His eldest
Hmm.
sister works at a CA farm, and she is Praful's constant inspiration and biggest support. That is what I am told. Now, if he
Yes.
continues going along, I would like to have a word with Umesh Yadav, former India bowler and Vidarbha stalwart. Also, I would like to have a word with Prashant Vaidya to
Hmm.
know a bit more about this boy because early signs are very encouraging, very encouraging. I don't want to jump the gun. I don't want, but I hope he moves in on the right track. And if he does that, and if he works hard, then brighter future becomes.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And what I heard in the comment on the commentary that Varun Aaron, the bowling coach of SRH, has been a crucial part of Praful Hinge's journey, and he worked with him at the MRF Academy, and from there only maybe he maybe suggested SRH to go for this boy, and how he justified his place today with this spell. Ashok sir, I will come to you. Again, same question. Dream debut for two young pacers, the way they announced their arrival, and especially Sakib. Sakib was also with KKR in 2024. He didn't play for KKR that year, but yes, next year he was released by KKR. Didn't got a team in IPL, but again in 2026, SRE showed interest, and now a dream debut.
Oh yes, absolutely. This is the unbelievable stuff. A total dream debut. This is the stuff of dreams. And this is really what the IPL is all about, And to have two uncapped Indians come in and then do this for SRH, absolutely hats off to both of them. And both come from humble backgrounds. You're right, and so it's been a dream debut. I understand that Praful Prakash Shinge is from Vidarbha, while Saqib Hussain is from Gopalganj in Bihar, and both of them, have bowled exceedingly well. I think beyond what you spoke about, I think full marks also to Daniel Vettori for a very very brave decision in fielding them to open the bowling attack for SRH. And one critical question that we should debate, I think, is that when does it become time to call the line and say that we need to yield place to a bold, brave new decision to get uncapped bowlers to come in and bowl. So I think Daniel Vettori really, took a really brave decision there and it's paid off.
Yes, absolutely. It was a very brave decision from SRH management. Hopefully, KKR do that in the next game tomorrow against CSK. But before going to that, Mohor, I will talk. I will come to you. Obviously, talk about these two players. Obviously, dream debut and all. But Ishan Malinga also did well today. I think with the ball, looked in control. Looked in very good compared to the previous games. So, what is your view? And are you a little bit disappointed that RR didn't got bundled out under 49?
Wow, you just had to do that, Snehashishda. Anyway, yeah, I did see improvement in him today. He has shown signs of brilliance. He is a good bowler, but he was a little inconsistent in the previous games. But today he had his planning in mind. He knew what to do. His line and lengths were good. He was picking up wickets as well. So I think yes, I did see a lot of improvement in him. Yes, coming back to the 49 thing, yes, I think I was a bit disappointed. I was hoping that finally that record should get broken so that we don't have to listen to that taunt anymore. But that didn't happen once again. It's been years, it doesn't happen. So I've given up hope. But yeah, if I have to talk a little bit about these two bowlers, I think I have to mention them. Brilliant job, brilliant from Ishan Kishan as well. I have to talk about him as the captain, giving them to open the giving Praful and Hinge to open the bowling. Very extremely good prospect, I would say, both of them.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Shojani, I think you one stage I think was thinking that okay, I can complete the report quickly today, the way SRH bowler started, but it didn't happen. 19 overs they bowled. But Shojani, talk about Ishan Kishan's knock. I think that was a tremendous knock. Abhishek Sharma, fast ball dark, and then came out to bat and took them apart. The way he took the bowlers apart. Talk about that knock and how good Ishan Kishan was with the bat today.
Initially, to be very honest, when I opened the TV, I was surprised to see that SRH were just 1 wicket down with 0 runs scored. I mean, it looked like a football score, I have to be very honest. And then it was really disappointing because Abhishek Sharma, he got into the rhythm in the previous match we saw against Punjab. And somewhere or the other, the kind of batter that he is, we expect some consistency from him. I mean, at one end you're scoring runs, and then in the next two matches you're not going out there and performing. That is not the kind of template one sets. Considering the fact that you have that talent, you have that skill, and you are the number one T20I batter, you have represented India on the national level. We have seen this inconsistency in the World Cup as well. But I think what Ishan Kishan did today was a captain's innings. I mean, he went out there, he anchored the innings, and I think a little bit of contribution from Klassen also. I think Klassen is a very big asset to Sunrisers Hyderabad, because we've seen in the previous matches also, he goes out there, he anchors the innings, and he knows that the runs are scored. And I think at the end, Salil Arora also did play a small little cameo for SRH. So overall, Ishan Kishan's innings was the turning point. However, I would like to mention that there was this one catch which was out there, and Jofra Archer was chasing it, and he looked all over the place. I mean, he was extending his hands, the way he was running. It looked very evident that the catch was not, it wouldn't be taken. But on the other hand, I think Rajasthan Royals as a bowling unit, it was fine. But like we discussed, the middle order was tested today, and they did not pass the test.
Yes, yes. My next
Also,
question was
Rajasthan Royals
that
fielding, just if I could add, fielding was
yes,
also below par. A lot of problems on the field, like miscommunication, I think, but the ground fielding was quite concerning.
And
yes,
going along, they will have one or two bad games, right? So it
yes,
was not then. It was not their evening. They will have one or two bad games. But I always told, I told Snehashish when they were sort of 4 wickets down. And Snehashish asked me whether if RCB's record is safe. I said absolutely safe. Jaddu is there, so that record is absolutely safe. That cannot be taken away. That is that is RCB's crowning glory. That is RCB's
Please no. But
they wear it as a badge of honor.
we
49
don't
all out.
want to.
So, but on a serious note, Ashish, on a serious note, we have been talking about Ishan Kishan, the way he led from the front, and I mean, he was the man who set things up for his team today. But what about the other captain, Rajasthan Royals? His
Yeah.
failure, his failure was getting masked by sort of Vaibhav Suryavanshi and Jassi Jaiswal. And today it can happen. And more than anything else, I think Vaibhav Suryavanshi today fell prey to the law of averages. Simple as that.
Mm.
He fell prey to the law of averages. But if you look at it, and you are a statsman. So if you look at his scores, I cannot often remember, but what I
Mm.
can tell you, what I can attest, that his scores looks like a postcode.
Point.
Riyan Parag's batting scores look like a postcode. He is not pulling his weight at all. Whether it is the burden of captaincy, he is a young player, first time captain, IPL captaincy, everything. Whether it is like for that, I don't know. But today he had an opportunity. Today he had an opportunity. The two openers were out early, and he had an opportunity to play a long innings. But once again, he failed. So this is a problem area for his team, for Rajasthan Royals.
Yes, absolutely. Ashok sir, the same question is, RR's Rajasthan Royals middle order is a concern. Though Donovan Pereira and, Jaddu scored few runs, but I think it was too late to contribute to make any such impact in this game. But especially considering, as Shomikda mentioned, Captain Riyan Padag's form with the bat, is it a concern going forward?
So two parts to that answer. One, yes, Riyan Parag's form and the numbers speak for themselves. Definitely a cause for concern. I'm not sure if it's the weight of captaincy or it's just poor form, but clearly something to think about and something that they would be worried about. But when it comes to the middle order, if you really look at the numbers, both Donovan Ferreira as well as Ravindra Jadeja actually played very good innings. And I wouldn't say, look, I mean, at the end of the day, Rajasthan Royals has been banking on the top order firing, and number one, two, three have delivered consistently. As a result, the middle order has not really been tested, not really had to face the music. And this was the first time that they had to do it. Effectively, what Praful Inge did was to break the back of Rajasthan Royals with that first over, right, where he took those 3 wickets. And that's really what did them in. So I'm sure that would have psychologically also played on their minds, is my thinking. But otherwise, too early to declare that the middle order is suspect.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
And
Mohan, I think.
Snehashish, before we go to our next panelist, if you look at those 3 wickets in that over,
Mhm.
two of them came because of extra bounce. Because
Yep.
that guy, Praful, he could
Mm.
make the ball rear of the surface, and that
Yes.
was the most impressive part. On an Hyderabad pitch, making the if
Mm.
if he were a Jofra Archer, I can understand someone who is a tear away, but he is not a tear away. But he was working up pretty decent pace. I don't go by the speed gun. What speed gun shows on TV in the IPL. I never go by that because I see those bowlers at the nets. I go to the ground, and there is, I mean, so when the speed gun shows 145 kph, I take it with a pinch of salt. But this guy, and you can see that this guy is slippery. He is generating pace off the deck. He's and the ball is carrying to the keeper. In majority of the cases, as far as the Indian medium paces are concerned, the
Mm.
ball doesn't carry to the keeper.
Yes.
The keepers usually take it below knee or around knee roll. But this guy, when he was bowling with the new ball, the keeper was taking the ball here above waist. So that was the most impressive part.
Yes, yes, absolutely. I think the way both of them bowled, I think it was superb, and obviously, what a debut they had. More, I will come to you. You know, Nitish Kumar Reddy with the bat. I think another useful contribution. I think that was needed at that stage. Otherwise, I think they would have struggled to cross that 200 run mark. So, what is your thought about that?
I think really good. He has been improving at an alarming rate. If we look at his past few knocks, he has looked really solid. It's not. I mean, he's middling the ball well. He looks confident. He knows his role really well. That's what I'd say. He has proper role clarity. He knows that he has to go down the order, and he knows he has to hit. So he has been doing that perfectly well. Even today, short innings, but very very impactful. That was required. So I think he has been doing really well. And if the top order or the middle order is unable to perform, he goes in and he chips in with those crucial runs, which is very important. Also, just a little, if I had to add about Donovan Ferreira, I think that knock was very very important. That partnership
Yeah,
that happened, I think 100 plus partnership. I was just reading somewhere that he just has come out of an injury which he sustained during
yeah.
SA20.
Collarbone.
Yeah,
His collarbone was
exactly. While
broken.
His
fielding.
collarbone, yes.
Yeah, and he which is why he was not able to play the T20
Yeah.
World Cup. But coming back here, playing this knock, playing according to the situation, I think he deserves appreciation too.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Donovan Ferreira is a well-known name in South Africa, especially playing SA20 tournament. If I'm not wrong, he plays for Johannesburg Super Kings, I think. So yeah, he's a
And he's
very
a nice
well-known name
fielder
in
as well.
South
I mean,
Africa.
he's a terrific fielder.
Yeah, 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 absolutely. Shojan, I will come to you. I think in the pre-match show you were talking about that. RR bowlers are doing so good. Even they are not looking. Jadeja the bowler. But even today, I think they didn't use Jadeja. If I'm not wrong, right? But do you think that they could have done better with that? Why are not they using Ravindra Jadeja, the bowler, who has so much experience, especially in IPL?
I think the kind of approach that I personally feel that RR are taking is they are going with a pace heavy approach where they're using Jofra Archer. They have someone like Sandeep Sharma, Anandre Berger, Tushar Deshpande. Ravi Bishnoi was there. I was very surprised to see that Rian Parag himself, he came into the attack and he dismissed Travis Head today. I think Jadeja has to be utilized as a bowler somewhere or the other because in the first match that he played against CSK, I think he did a good job with the ball. He did a very good job with the ball. But maybe the management is seeing him more of as a batter. And out there today, I feel his innings was calm. He was like the calm to the storm to Donovan Ferreira's fierce innings. And what I would say is that while Ferreira was out there, he was hitting runs. Jadeja was on the other hand, he anchored the innings. I mean, at one point, the score 159 target that
Yep.
159 score that RR has reached, it looked unimaginable. It was something that none of us could imagine. And I think that once they were 9 for 5, I think that is when we all realized that Rajasthan Royals are not going to win this match. It's just a matter of time before they collapse. And I think both of the batters, they did a good job. The one thing that I would like to add about the batters of Rajasthan Royals is that Snehashish, I personally feel at the middle order they threw away the wickets. I mean, they did not need to come out there and target and play
Mm.
the shots like that. When they were seeing that Shakib Hussain and someone like Prafulla Hinge, they were bowling accurate line and lengths. They were getting the bounce, and they were bowling with the slip, and the fielding positions were set according to the batters' shots and their ranges. They should have played more cautiously. I think it was very careless of Rian Parag to get dismissed like that. It was very careless of Pretorius to get dismissed like that. And on the other hand, Jadeja and Ferreira, they did not go out there and take risks. Because at one point it was very clear that RR were not winning the match. It was just a matter of time before they got dismissed. I think from there anchoring the innings and ensuring that the team does not get
Yeah, I
dismissed
think
at
I think you are ensuring that the net run
yes,
rate will not get impacted that
yes.
much, because in the long term of IPL long run, it will be a good big factor for them. Okay, last few questions, Shomita, I will come to you. Regarding Ravindra Jadeja only. So when as a team you are not using Ravindra Jadeja the bowler, only as a batter, or maybe as a fielder, do you think it's justify his place in a T20 side?
See, no. Ravindra Jadeja can get into an 11 just as a batsman. He is an elite all-rounder, but I don't know whether he's carrying a niggle which is restricting his bowling at this point in time. Because otherwise there is no logic. Because when Rian Parag is bowling and Ravindra Jadeja is not bowling, there has to be some niggle or something which is at this moment in time restricting his bowling. I would like to hear whoever comes from the Rajasthan Royals camp at the post-match press conference. I hope that this question will be asked to him about Ravindra Jadeja's bowling time or non-bowling time. So, but from a distance, it feels like he might be carrying a nickel. Otherwise, there is no logic not giving him a ball. As a batsman, he played very smart today. At 9 for 5, the game was over. 9 for 5,
Mhm.
Rajasthan Royals didn't have a chance to come back to the game. So, what Jadeja did, he ensured that net run rate didn't get a hammering, and it was important. It's just Rajasthan Royals so far have before this game won all their matches, so just one loss. It was, I mean, absolutely, it is not that. I mean, it is not that concerning. But if if they would have folded up for less than 49, for example. Uh, uh, but once again, RCB's record is safe. But if they would have folded up for less than 49 or 50 or 55, their net run rate would have taken a serious beating. So Jadeja applied his common sense, and which
Mhm.
is expected from, he is a world class all rounder, irrespective of formats. He is a world class all rounder. What can I say about Ravindra Jadeja? I mean, you look at his achievement. You look at
Yes.
his achievements, and to your question once again, Snehashish, my feeling is that he must be
There
carrying
must
a
be
niggle which is
legal.
restricting his bowling time at this moment.
Yes, yes. Okay. My last question to Ashok sir. Sir, today Rajasthan Royals took the decision of not playing Brijesh Sharma. I think he has been doing good for them, and they went with someone like Tushar Deshpande. How do you put this decision? Because ultimately Deshpande and Sandeep Sharma also had a off day, rare off day today.
Yeah, I think to my mind, I think there was a bit of miscalculation. I think Rian Parag did speak about it, saying that they thought that contrary to what they thought, the pitch actually turned out to be far better, and that's
Mhm.
something that they underestimated. I think it was just one of those off days, but all said and done, I think the credit should just go to the two debutants today more than any of the conditions. I mean, this wicket has often been called a graveyard for bowlers. For them to come in and achieve what they did. Shamik spoke about Praful Hinge, but I thought even Saqib Hussain actually was able to, with the same action, almost
Mm.
touching 140 clicks, able to, bring variations. I think hats off to them.
Yes, excellent control for both of them. Yeah. Yeah, Shamukda.
Snehashish, as I was watching Shakib Hussain, I was thinking about how unlucky KKR KKR have been over the years. How unlucky, and I'm not resorting to sarcasm. KKR are a very KKR as a franchise are very good in terms of nurturing talent. Very good.
Yes.
They are very good at that. And if you look at Surya Kumar Yadav's development he started with Mumbai Indians, but after he came to KKR, his development started. So after the 2018 World Cup, under 19 World Cup, they they right away gave contract to very very young fast bowlers Kamlesh Nagarkoti and Shivam
Yeah.
Mavi,
Yes.
and two big money buys. And at that point in time, they are thought to be the next in line as far as Indian baseball is.
Julius.
But unfortunately, they picked up injuries. Then you look at their luck with this Harshit Rana, this guy, Umran Malik, everything.
Yes.
And this Shakib Hussain was with the KKR camp 2 years ago, and
Mm.
he left, and he is now with Sunrisers Hyderabad. So KKR have been a bit unlucky in terms of injuries, in terms of player developments. Also, it is a very very good franchise. Let me tell you once. Let me reiterate. It is a very very good franchise in terms of nurturing talent. But Shubman Gill's development started at this franchise. Sreyash Iyer's development started at this franchise. But in T20 cricket, but they are a bit unlucky. They are tomorrow. It's a do or die game for them. It's
Yes.
against Chennai Super Kings, because if they lose tomorrow, It's still a long way to go in this IPL, I know. But if tomorrow they lose to Chennai Super Kings, I don't see there is a coming back for KKR.
Yes, okay, we will discuss that tomorrow in the pre-match show. But yes, things are not looking that good for KKR, that is for sure. So thank you, Shobhita, thank you, Ashok sir, thank you, Shorjan and Mohan for joining in. Thank you everyone for joining in. And again, tomorrow we'll be back. We are pre and post-match show. Till then, take care and good night.